Okay, in this video, we're going to open sterile supplies onto the sterile field. So I have all my supplies on the prep stand. If something falls on the floor, you just want to make sure you don't see a hole, you don't see anything that would cause it to be contaminated. And we're going to start with peel packs. So your peel packed items are going to come in a peel pack. They're going to have an indicator inside. They're going to have what they are with their expiration. You want to check and make sure all that's good. And then you're going to start on the end that has your triangle. You're going to pop the two corners. And then you're going to use long fingers. So you want your thumbs here, and when you pull open, you're going to do so in a smooth motion. You're not going to fumble, you're not going to stick your fingers inside, and you want to watch that the corners do not fold in. So keeping my distance from the sterile field, I'm going to hold that long thumb position. I'm going to take a slight step forward. I'm going to pull, pop, and come back. And then I'm going to check and make sure that there are no holes and that the indicator is good. And then I'm going to indicate that it was a good item. Same thing with the aceto. Check my date, check my indicator, check and make sure that there's no holes. Pop my two corners. Long thumb, pull it, smooth motion, pop it on, come back. It is good. Stapler. Now this item's tricky because it's hard and it has sharp edges, so it can cause damage and puncture a hole. So I want to make sure I put it on something like a towel or another item. So I'm going to aim for the basin. So I check my expiration, I check for holes, I check my indicator, pop those collars, smooth motion onto there, and it is good. Now, envelope wrapped items. Here I have a student wrapped gown. I'm going to check my expiration. I'm going to check and make sure I don't see any holes. I'm then going to hold it almost like a hamburger, sticking my finger under the tab, and I'm going to pop the tape, if there's tape, like that, holding it like a hamburger. I'm going to start pulling the tab up and over, sticking it under my thumb. Then I'm going to start with the one on top. And because it's on my wrist side, I'm going to kind of turn it so I'm not reaching over. Pull out, down, and around under my thumb. Turn again to grab this tab. Out, down, and around. And my very last tab, I'm going to hold. And that's what I'm going to use as my leverage. And I'm going to aim, pull, step back, turn away from the field, and check my chem guard and make sure that there are no holes in it and say that it is good. I'm going to do that a couple times with my towels. So I'm popping my tape, checking to make sure I don't see any holes. Hamburger, pull the tab up and over, hold it with my thumb, turn my wrist, down and around, thumb, turn, out and around, thumb, last tab, hold it for control, pop it onto the field, check for any holes, it is good, and I make sure I see the indicator, it's there, it looks good to me. Looks good. looks good. Last one. You want to make sure you're not reaching back around because you don't know if you're actually touching something. So that one was double wrapped, but it still looks good to me. And that's how you pop and open enveloped and peel packed items onto a sterile field.